Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Streaming Safari here at the Lion Habitat Ranch. We're coming to you from in front of Ozzy's barn, which if you're a regular follower, you probably recognize. There isn't a giraffe in there right now. We just closed, and that means Ozzy has access to his entire yard right now. He's back there playing with some of his toys, so maybe he'll make an appearance, maybe not. But I decided to come over here today because I want to do a little experiment with paint and colors for you. But first off, as usual, I'd like to thank anybody who's been able to come out to visit us, make any donations to us. We are a nonprofit, so anything you can do for us is greatly appreciated. It all goes right back to taking care of our amazing animals here, so thank you so much. All of those links are also right down below. And just to remind you, we have switched to our summer hours, so we'll be open 10 to 2. I got to get used to that now. So we'll be open Thursday through Monday as usual, but our hours have shifted to 10. We open at 10, and then we'll close at 2 o'clock. I think last call is 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. So try to get in the gate by 1 so you can be here for at least an hour, watch Ozzy paint, see our bird chats, and check out all of our awesome lions. So I hope to see you guys. So what I have for you guys today is we're going to talk about colors. We've talked a little bit about wavelengths before, and I kind of wanted to reintroduce this and remind everybody kind of how wavelengths work. So basically, when you're talking parts of light that have different wavelengths, we good, Denise?
Yeah, it said reconnected, so I was like,
we were connecting for a moment. Okay, so hopefully you guys are still with us. And so if I draw kind of some waves on here, I can draw waves that are really separated or really, really close together. So these wavelengths, the distance between the waves is going to be longer at a longer wavelength and shorter at a shorter wavelength. So we can see a certain spectrum of colors. It's somewhere from about 400 nanometers, which would be our short wavelengths, to 700 nanometers, and we can actually see a little below that and a little above that. And most of our colors that we see are somewhere in the spectrum. So all your colors of the rainbow are going to be somewhere between about 380 to 750 nanometers. And then when you get to even shorter wavelengths, you're talking about things that are in ultraviolet light that actually some of our birds can see. And then if you're talking about things that have longer wavelengths, you're talking about things like X-rays. So what I wanted to talk about was that we have some things called primary colors, and those primary colors are blue, red, and yellow. These colors are referred to as primary colors because you can't mix colors to get these colors, but you can take these colors, mix them together, and get other colors. Now we have two other very important colors that you can probably guess, which are going to be black and white. Now, when you're talking about light, you're going to think about how the absence of light, things are dark, right? So if you're talking like in a physics sense, black is actually the absence of color. But if you're talking about pastels, if you're talking about doing art with paint, black is actually a combination of all the colors. And that's why I can take all of these colors and mix them together, and we're actually going to do that. So this is part of our experiment, is to just get a bunch of different colors of paint, or even crayons. You can do this with crayons or anything that's different colors. Oh, something else we like to use here on Streaming Safari is food coloring. So you could use food coloring to get your different colors. And what we want to do is just combine colors together and see what kind of things we can make. So if I combine all of these different colors, it turns into kind of a soupy brown and then into a black, just depending on how much of each color I put in. So that's showing you that as we add more colors in, we're going to get a color that's close to black. And so this color is going to contain all of the colors. It's absorbing all of those different colors of light and reflecting different colors of light back at you. Whereas the white is doing exactly the opposite. So for us, when we're working with paints, the white is going to be our absence of color. So we're going to use it to make things brighter, right? So what I want you guys to do is use these primary colors, mix them at different ratios, and see what kind of colors you can make. So let's see if we can make a little bit of purple here using some blue.
Can you make a lavender?
And maybe some red. Lavender for Easter. She's asking a lot, guys. We do have all kinds of cool colors, and honestly, this is one of my favorite things to do with Ozzy's paints. When I'm getting ready to paint with Ozzy, I love to make all kinds of different colors for him. So we've got kind of a purpley going on, And Denise wants it to be a lavender. So this is a good thing that you could do for this experiment. Think of a color that you want and then try to make it. Try to make it using those primary colors and then your black and your white to make the color either darker or lighter. So you can put the white in and we can hopefully get a little bit of a brighter purple, or even maybe a little bit of light blue. Oh, that's kind of lavendery. Yeah, that worked out a little bit. And I can add more colors to change this color and figure out what color I want it to be. And then the better you get at mixing these colors together, the better you can be at making the colors that you want to paint with. Now, one of the other things I wanted to show you with this, in addition to being able to mix the colors together, I want you guys to try to make all kinds of different colors with those, is I want to talk a little bit about temperature and color. Can you grab those 3 little cups that are over there for me?
Oh, Ozzy's making an appearance.
Oh, yay!
He's over here.
Hi, Oz. Oh, hi.
Might be dry.
Okay, so I set all of these colors out in the sun. I have a white and a black and a blue, which I thought was kind of in between them. And I'm going to use actually one of our thermometers that we got from when we had to take people's temperatures. And I'm going to see if after sitting in the sun, these might be a different temperature.
Nope.
Or it's going to give me an error because the temperature is too low. We'll see. Let's try the other one.
Just shows low.
Just shows low? Let's see. Try again. Okay, let's try with our black. Because the black...
Outdoor gun. Or outdoor temp gun.
I didn't know we had one.
We do.
Okay, well, maybe we'll try this again next week. Denise is letting me know that we have one to take the temperatures of the den boxes that I did not know about. The temperatures, oh, there you go. So 90.1 we're getting for the black, which I'm not surprised that we're actually getting a temperature reading for the black color, because that should be the one that's absorbing the most light. So it's getting the most heat. So that's like, if you have a car that's a darker color versus a lighter color, your car will actually get hotter. So 2 cool things to experiment with here. Work with your primary colors and your white and your black. Try to make all kinds of different fun colors. And then test the temperatures of your colors. Leave them outside in the sun for a little bit, and then use some sort of thermometer to check what the temperature is of the color and see whether you get, when you have a darker color, it's a higher temperature versus when you have a lighter color. And that's our streaming safari for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.